everyone has heard of a virtual machine or a VM, but have you heard of a Linux container that can do the same thing what a virtual machine can do, but better? Believe it or not, but containers are actually less demanding and they're quicker to make. Also, if you have no idea about how containers work, then there is a link in the description down below where I have explained what are containers and the differences between VM and containers. Right, so to create a container, if you just go to data center and local, then CT templates, and here you should have your templates. Now, most likely you don't have any, which is okay. We're actually going to download one together. Right, so in actual Proxmox, there is an actual library where you can choose your own template. So if you go to templates, and as you can see, there is lots of templates they can choose from, for example, Rocky Linux, Debian, Fedora, Ubuntu, and some other options. Also, if you scroll down, as you can see, there is a turnkey distribution, right? So there's turnkey, for example, Magento, Tomcat, MongoDB, and some other options. You might be a little bit confused, like why is turnkey so popular, or like why is it supported by everything? Because turnkey is actually a pre-built distribution with, for example, Drupal installed. So if I install this turnkey Drupal, it will just basically install a container with Drupal already pre-installed and configured for me. So if you're not very technical and you want to basically take the easy way, then you just need to take this container and it will install Drupal for you. If you actually go to the right corner, it says create CT. And this is where we can obviously create our LXC container. So let's give it a CT ID, 101. 101 is fine. Hostname, let's just call it Debian WordPress. Now, what we get is we get different options. Unprivileged container. What does this mean? This basically means that if you uncheck it, right? So if you leave it like this means that you're giving the container root or administrator permissions. But if you check it, that means it doesn't have root or administrator permissions, right? And the nesting option is basically, do you want to allow virtualizing stuff inside the container, right? So what basically you're doing is, do you want to virtualize stuff inside your container, right? That's as simple as I can break it down. Add to HA, add to high availability, which doesn't apply to me because I don't have clustering set up. Password, obviously, I would recommend something simple. Unless you're planning to do some crazy stuff with this, then just obviously put a secure password. Make sure to use a password manager, right? There will be a problem if you forget your password. I'm going to say administrator to keep it simple, right? For the basically purposes of this video. SSH public keys. I actually have made a video on SSH public keys. So if you want to make your own key, then go to the description down below and there will be a video waiting for you. Now, just before I proceed, please make sure and double check that you're happy with the options, because once you proceed and once you create your container, there is no way to go back. You won't be able to change the unprivileged or privileged container, and nesting also won't be available. So please make sure and double check. Right, so once you're happy with all your options and you're happy to proceed, just press next. Choose your templates. I'm just going to choose Debian standard. Next, right? And then from here, you just need to give it disk size. I would recommend give it a bit more than you need, just in case you actually do need more space. I would say 20 is definitely fine, right? Next, cores, I'll give it 4. RAM, I'll give it around 496, just so it's not too slow. And then next. Now, network is one of the most important sections here. On the network tab, you need to make sure that your container gets an IP address, right? So you just need to change it either to DHCP, so automatically it will get an IP address, or you can give a static one. I'm just going to press DHCP, and then basically my network will dish it out automatically. If you go to DNS, you can also give a DNS server. I'm just going to put my router's address right next. Now, why is it important that you give it an IP address, or basically why is it important that we set it to DHCP? It is important because if you don't do this, the container is not going to have an IP address. First of all, no IP address, we can't really do anything with it. We can't connect to SSH. And second of all, we cannot do anything with it. So we can't even update it because there's no IP address, which means it has no internet connection, right? That's basically why you need to set it. And then just go to confirm, make sure you're happy with all the options, and then just press finish, right? And once it says okay, right, which we'll say in a second, as you can see, it says task OK. Once it says task OK, if you just basically close it, and as you can see, we get our host, right, container, Debian WordPress. If you go to the right corner, it says start. This will start the container, and then you should also get an IP address. As you can see, it says IPs, right? So as you can see, there is an IP address, right? 22, right? So this is my network IP address, and 22 is the actual host, right? So if I go to console, right, as you can see, it says login. So root and put your password. My password is administrator, right? And as you can see, basically I have access to my host. The problem here is if I try this through SSH, I won't be able to, right? So what you can do is if you want to actually log into SSH to your container, if you go to PVE, so if you go to your Proxmox, right, go to shell, right? And then if you just write the following command, which will basically launch you into the container. So what you need is you just need your ID, right? So ID, as you can see, my ID is 101. So if I write LXC hyphen attach hyphen name and my ID, right? In this case, it's 101. And as you can see, my host name changed from PVE, so from Proxmox, to Debian WordPress, which is my container, right? As you can see, Debian WordPress, right? So now I am currently logged into my container. And as you can see, just to verify, this is my IP address, that's my container's IP address, and that is what as I'm interacting as. And then once you're inside your container, if you just write the following command, nano etc ssh sshd config, okay? Make sure it says SSHD because SSHD is the actual server, right? And then go all the way down to authentication. As you can see, authentication. And the second option, permit root login. Uncomment this and write yes, right? Remove prohibit password and change it to yes. Control X, Y, enter, right? Clear. And now write the following command, systemctl restart SSHD. Clear. And now if you try to log into SSH, right? So if I basically just open my terminal. Now if I write SSH root add the IP address, right? So my IP address is 22. And I put my password in. As you can see, I am now logged into my container, right? So if I write IP address show, as you can see, that is my container's IP address and I am logged into my container, right? So that is how you SSH through your computer. You just need to change to allow the root login first, and then you can SSH through any device from wherever you want. Right, and that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my free Linux course, and yeah, don't forget also to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and peace.